He actually was 3 for 6.
Yeah, early in his career, he was a budding all-star, and that's why he got that big deal with Charlotte. But, he's a great addition. He can play a little bit of point guard. I played with him in his early years in Portland. He's a great addition for them and just somebody who's going to create for other people. He's not looking for numbers. He just wants to go out and be a winner.
Paul George had a double-double, 21 points, 12 rebounds. Let's listen in to his chat with Malik Andrews.
Paul, after missing the last game against the San Antonio Spurs, coming back tonight, how do you assess your performance?
It's weird. I missed one game and lost rhythm that quick. But, I'm going to work through it. Ankle felt a lot better. Still a little stiff. I was a little flat tonight, but it didn't hurt. No pain. So, just push through it and it'll get better over time. And it looked like towards the end of the game you landed a little bit hard. You were a little slow to get up. How are you physically feeling? You said you're feeling a little bit flat, but aside from that? I feel good. Aside from that, I feel good. I didn't bother to hurt it tonight. I take hard falls, but it's love of the game. Get back up, keep playing. A couple games into the season at this point, Paul, how do you think you are building your chemistry with Kawhi Leonard? I think, it's ongoing process. It's trust between myself and him. It's a pleasure being on that court with him. I enjoy this process with him. I think we're learning, we're figuring it out. Most importantly, we're growing together and we're help leading this team together. And Paul, I'd be remiss not to ask you, how was the process of preparing for this game, given everything that is going on in the United States today and at the U.S. Capitol? It's always going to be split. A moment of it, you're thinking about what's going on, and you're trying to be, present to what's going on in the world, while still trying to get up and be ready and prepare for a game. It's tough. It's just a process we got to continue to work through. It's crazy. It's crazy. Social media's involvement of spotlighting this, people taking pictures, and it's just weird times, and it's what we stacked up against. So it makes no difference. We got to continue fighting for what's right, and put everything in the Lord's hand. Absolutely. Thank you so much for your time, Paul. We will.
All right, Clippers pulling away with that victory, and they have not lost 2 games in a row, despite people saying that they're not playing their best basketball or being consistent. Candace, your thoughts on what the Clippers look like early?
Well, the Clippers, I think it's kind of been a little bit of a roller coaster for them. We know how successful they're capable of being when they have their full lineup. I like Channing, like the addition of Batum. I think I'd like to add that he does bring another defensive presence, and I don't think people value as much as he does on the defensive end as well. But when you have 2 guys like Paul George and Kawhi Leonard that are capable of doing what they do on both ends of the court, and they're out for a number of games, I was really happy to see Kawhi play a back-to-back today. This is his first back-to-back in a long time. And the Clippers are going to need that to win these games, to get in that rhythm, because a lot of it is just getting to know how to play with somebody, when to defer, who likes the ball in what position, and what sets you're going to run come crunch time. So I'd like to see them get on the court more together, and I think they'll hit that rhythm.
Is that significant, Channing? I mean, we talked a lot about Kawhi not playing back-to-backs the last couple of seasons, various teams. We all thought there was a recipe, that he'd figured things out until last season, the way it ended. So is it significant that he played in a back-to-back?
For sure. I think you just look at their team chemistry, and I think we look at their culture. And if he wants to be that leader, he's going to need to get his hands and feet a little dirty with the team and get in there and get minutes. This is not the same team as last year. This is a new team, and there are even greater expectations and more doubting eyes and headlines about wanting the Clippers to lose all the time. But this is a great win for the Clippers, I thought. They battled. The Warriors are one of the 2 hottest teams in the NBA this last week. And so for them to come and beat the Warriors is good for them. And I think the addition of Batum, having Serge, they are very defensive-minded. And with T. Lue there, I can never say anything bad about T. Lue. Obviously, I won a championship with him. I think he's going to put them in the right spots where everyone's going to know their role, and it's going to help build with the chemistry, which will help them when adversity comes.
I love how you slid that in there. I played with him or former teammates. Just won a championship with him. I'm not mad at you. I would do the same probably. All right, so you talked about the Golden State being hot. Just so you know, they were 4 or 5. They won their last 4 or 5, so that's to your point. Ladies and gentlemen, we will be back. Zion Williamson.
That's what we got to try to do in these situations is communicate and understand how each other feels and what we're going through.
Next is Dave McMenamin with ESPN, followed by Mark McClone.
Hey, Chris, what's it like for you compartmentalizing your job as a player for the Suns, trying to get ready for a game against a Raptors team that, won a championship a couple of years ago, get your body ready, get your mind ready in terms of the scout. And then I imagine having your phone, receiving communication from all sorts of players and all sorts of teams around the league in your role with the NBPA.
It's never easy for any of us. I think my role as a father takes precedence over all of that. I'm in Phoenix, away from my family who's in LA. Fortunately we got a amazing team, coaching staff. Once you find out everything that's happened, you try to get on the phone, talk to guys, talk to Kyle, talk to Coach Monty, and we just try to figure out, as a team, what guys would like to do. So you just deal with things in real time.
Thanks, Chris.
Next is Mark McClune with Channel 3, Channel 5, followed by Sirat Sohi.
Hey, Chris, just one more about the events of today. Do you anticipate any kind of a league-wide response going forward as you talk to guys more?
For me, I don't know yet. I tell you, this stuff happens so fast. Like I said, I was getting to the arena and we started to talk about it. I literally just finished the game, came here, and as soon as I finish, I'm sure I'll get on the phone with guys and see how guys feel.
And then regarding the win and just where your record's at right now, do you feel like this has come together faster than you thought? Is this about where you thought you would be with the shorter amount of time? How does it feel for you to be right now, tied for the best record in the West?
We're just trying to pile up wins. For us, it's about building. It's a very odd season. Guys didn't get a chance to play pickup before the season. Wasn't a lot of practices, so the games, somewhat look a little whatever-ish right now because teams are figuring it out or trying to figure it out and play at the same time. But we just want to win. We just want to pile up wins. It's a season where 7 through 10 are going to be playing for a playoff spot. So, with the team that we have, we're just trying to pile up as many wins as possible.
Next up is Sirat Sohi with Yahoo Sports, followed by Brendan Klein.
Hey, Chris. I was just wondering what this was personally like, watching all these events happen just like everybody else, and then knowing that you have to then do your job and people are going to be expecting you to somehow have all the answers.
I think it's one of those situations where I'll be the first one to say that I don't have all the answers. I'm just like everyone else in that I have feelings. I feel away. I've been on the phone with my family all day. And with guys on our team, everybody's sort of looking, what should we do? We want to communicate. We want to talk to these guys with these guys in the locker room, or these guys are playing. So, it's a lot of unknown, but we'll talk as much as we can and we'll figure something out.
All right, Chris, final question is going to be Leonardo Torres with El Comercio in Peru.
Hi, Chris. With such a complicated context, how difficult is it to concentrate it to play a game at a professional level? How to prepare for it?
You just sort of do it. And when you're out there on the court, as soon as it's over, this is real life. These are things that are occurring on a daily basis. And, affects not only us, affects our family members, everyone. So I don't know. It's tough. It's tough because I say this all the time. When we play a game, that's the game. Nobody ever leaves the arena